Does this make you happy? Are you entertained? You sick? You disgust me. And there, you're gone now. It's over. What the hell? You're still here. I pressed the button. I pressed the button. Let me get my reading glasses on. Is this what you want? Does this make you happy? Are you entertained? You sick? You disgust me. And there, you're gone now. It's over. What the hell? You're still here. I pressed the button. I pressed the button. Let me get my reading glasses on. Is this what you want? Does this make you happy? Are you entertained? You sick? You disgust me. And there, you're gone now. It's over. What the hell? You're still here. I pressed the button. I pressed the button. Let me get my reading glasses on.
Hello, everybody. This is Eagle Left reporting live from a bunker deep. Here is a crisp 1 degree Celsius. It feels like 1 degree Celsius. Welcome to my journey of becoming better as a streamer. Hopefully, and more consistent. The sound quality is hopefully okay and everything's good. There's not been a lot going on, so I haven't been doing much, just living life, I guess. I don't have a lot to talk about, but about my personal life, but I do want to touch on some issues and slowly get the gist of how to be a proper streamer, Of course, the first thing you need is something to talk about. And my internet's been kind of slow, so bear with me. But there are some things I want to discuss. So, the first thing that I want to talk about with you all in this stream, I know I wrote chill chat, but it's just legitimately talking about what's happening in Sudan and the crisis that they're facing with the RSF and the SAF fighting and all that's causing. Let me load the this should work. What the hell is happening? Why is it so? Okay, there we go. Mass atrocity in Kordofan. The seizure of a key oil field and a crime scene in El Fasher mark a deadly international funding rise up. So Basically, this is the world isn't looking at Sudan. They're running out of um, basic necessities, much like what's happening in Gaza with Israelis. Especially have been really brutal. And the SAF, I think, is supported by Saudi Arabia and its allies, and the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, are supported by UAE. And UAE gets its gold from areas where the RSF is in control, towards like the more towards like I think Darfur and those regions. And the SFS is on the coastal areas. But what happens is the SAF allows gold to go through another country, and that country, that bordering country is allied to UAE, where they send it off through their port. And the RSF has been seizing basically land and causing a lot of death and destruction, basically doing a genocide as well against the non-Arab portion of the Sudanese population. Yeah, there is a United Nations warned of a survival operations plan due to severe funding cuts, leaving millions at risk of starvation. So, in December 2025, the key areas of interest were um, battle for oil and South Sudan deal. In the South Sudan deal, on December 8th, the RSF seized the strategic Heklik oil field, Sudan's largest in West Kordofan. There were a drone attack on the facility, and an agreement signed between SAF, RSF, and Juba. I don't know what Juba is, which saw Sudanese troops deployed to South Sudanese troops to secure the field and neutralize it from combat. So there was some involvement with South Sudan as well. Maybe Juba is related to South Sudan. One second. I'm gonna be pretty bad at this and stumble and mumble my words through, but practice makes perfect, right? Juba. Yeah, I figured it's the capital of South Sudan. That makes sense. Kordofan becomes the new epicenter. The RSF claimed control of Bab Nusa, the gateway to the West Kordofan. Let's look at some. Let's look at what's happening. That's an issue. I don't know why my internet is so slow. My speed should be pretty decent, but it's not. And I have to wait on the news. But anyway, so this region in Kordofan is the focus. It's part of Sudan, like the central area, and the RSF controlled city called Babnusa, and there has been sieges on Kadugli and dealing in South Kordofan, which would have, I guess, be this area, while pushing towards the strategic North Kordofan capital, Al Obeid.